It's the most exciting game we've seen in years. Wiener Schnitzel Super Deluxe Lucky Bucks. 3 games in 1. Instant winners all over the field. Winning up to $5,000 instantly. Winning $1 million food prizes instantly. A Coke, fries. Got a Super Deluxe hamburger winner right here. And winning $1,000 by collecting all 11 letters in Super Deluxe. So go for it. Get a new game card each time you visit Wiener Schnitzel. Play Super Deluxe Lucky Bucks to win. Now, back to you, Howard.
Who says Dynamo works better than powders?
I do. I've used soap powders for 15 or 20 years, but with that quarter cup of Dynamo, I could do a whole load of my husband's work clothes. See these coveralls? They were so greasy and dirty. I just rubbed a little Dynamo into the greasy spots and threw the rest into the machine. The whole wash, even the coveralls, they came out looking good. And my husband's really impressed.
The little blue jug is Dynamo.
Recommended by women who used to use powders.
This terrific-looking guy has big news about energizing pantyhose.
Energizing pantyhose are a mystery to me, but these...
New no-nonsense super sheer comfort stride to massage and refresh tired legs.
I don't know how that massage stuff works. I just know that these are sheer and beautiful and sexy.
That's the news. We bet you haven't seen a sheer energizer anywhere.
And they're beautiful.
You're not so bad yourself. New no-nonsense super sheer comfort stride. Suddenly energy looks beautiful.
For a woman who's been surrounded by more, I've discovered the pleasures of less.
Year after year, I've asked for more. This year, I'm asking for less.
Do the boys want more? The boys want less.
Schlitz Light, the beer that has less calories, is less filling, and yet has great taste. Schlitz Light, where less calories add up to more beer.
When you're my age and you can't do more, less looks pretty good.
Schlitz Light, where less calories add up to more beer.
If you're looking for a special gift for Mother's Day, look in a special place. Frederick and Nelson. Here's a gift that's just packed with fashion. Blouses from Chaws. Cool fabric, hot colors. Loads and loads and loads of colors. Teamed with status jeans and skirts from Calvin Klein, of course. It's springtime bright fashion any mother will love. So if you're looking for a gift that's special enough for your mom, remember, good things come in Frederick and Nelson packages.
There's nothing like regular Gatorade. Except new Instant Gatorade. It's great when you've got a lot of thirsty bodies around. And Instant Gatorade works just like regular Gatorade to help put back fluids and salts your body sweats away. A combination you don't get from ordinary soft drinks or water. So give your body what it's thirsty for. New Instant Gatorade Thirst Quencher when you're thirsty to win.
Bob is terrific, except for a few pimples. Tell him to come on over to my pad. Your pad? Not my place, my pad. Stridex medicated pads. They're specially textured and soaked in medicine. First, they remove oil and dirt from your pores. Oil and dirt you can actually see. Then the medicine can get in to help dry out pimples. Bob, you are terrific.
So's your pad.
Come on over to my pad, Stridex.
Simon Eyes announces a new car wax that not only beads up the rain, but also stands up to the sun. Introducing Simon Eyes Shines Like the Sun. The new premium car wax that starts brighter, stays brighter than the leading premium wax. Come rain or come shine. Use Simon Eyes Shines Like the Sun. It starts brighter, stays brighter than the leading premium wax.
Working in the Northwest timber country can be very demanding. The kind of work that requires dependability and toughness. And that means Chevrolet. The new Chevy truck was built for the Northwest. It can resist the unpredictable weather, take the beating of rugged backwoods logging roads, and you can count on it. It gets you to the places where you want to go. The timber business is big in the Northwest, and the tough Chevy truck is big in the timber business. See your Northwest Chevrolet dealer now for the best possible buy on a new Chevy truck. Working together, the Northwest timber industry and the tough new Chevy trucks.
The Tacoma racketeering trial has finished its 7th week. The story at 11.
Taking a tour around the world, we'll be stopping at various points, hearing the song, It's a Small World, starting in Switzerland. And in Dixieland, It's a Small World. Last, in Germany, It's a Small World. Now, let all the groups get together and play It's a Small World.
Take your choice. Lease a 5-speed or automatic Prelude S for only $189 a month. Or lease the Honda Accord DX Coupe for only $169 a month at Mile High, just south of Yale on Havana.
Pioneer's premier auto sound series, car audio systems for the 80s, 90s, and beyond. Only at your Pioneer Premier Installation Specialist.
Quality auto sound with 6 convenient locations: Lakewood, Aurora, Westminster, Inglewood, Fort Collins, and Greeley.
Charlie? When the factory shut down 3 years ago, I didn't know what to do. There weren't any jobs. It was pretty bad. But then I saw this ad for Superior Training Services. Said I could train to be a professional truck driver. I thought, maybe. But I called, and it changed my life. Superior Training. It can change yours, too. Just call. You'll see.
Just one call to Superior can change a lot of things. Call now for this free brochure. From now until January 2nd, it's Phil Long Ford's annual year-end clearance.
Over 500 new cars and trucks, all $89 over factory invoice.
89 over plus, make no payments for 1 full year.
Yes, through special arrangements, no payments for 1 full year.
New Escorts from $63.89.
Taurus Ranger 4x4, loaded $11,989.
All with no payments for 1 full year.
Plus up to 1,000 factory cashback.
500 new Fords, all 89 over invoice, plus no payments for 1 full year.
Ends January 2nd, only at Phil Long Ford, the value store.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Introducing 5 fashion necklaces from JBC Enterprises. One is a fine Austrian crystal on a delicate butterfly mounted on a 14-karat gold-layered chain. It's adjustable for a variety of looks. 2 and 3 are the amazing transformable chains layered in gold and in silver. Wear them longer, adjust them to a double chain or stylish Parisian loop. 4 is the silver-layered slide-a-bead chain. Again, it adjusts to fit your style and mood. And finally, 5 is the golden heart necklace. It's the perfect gift for someone you love. This necklace alone would retail for $21.95 at department store prices. But we're offering 5 necklaces for the price of 1. 5 necklaces for only $21.95. To order, call the number on your screen. Order today and receive absolutely free delicate earrings to match your necklaces. Both pairs are yours absolutely free if you order today. Call 1-800-825-6278. Call now.
According to the Surgeon General's latest report, nicotine is as addictive as heroin or cocaine. But now government-sponsored research has produced a breakthrough that is proving to be up to 5 times more effective than other self-help stop-smoking methods.
Join me, E.G. Marshall, in my television special to learn how this revolutionary computer is helping thousands quit smoking without pills, gums, or gimmicks. Don't miss Countdown to Quitting.
I thought my life was tough then. You should see me now as a high school vice principal.
And there's one thing I can teach you. That sooner or later you're going to have to make it on your own. And integrity and self-respect are 2 things that you just can't buy.
As a single parent of 2 hormone-driven teenagers.
Dad, she's out of control.
Me? I'm out of control.
And as the masked maniac.
That masked maniac is a total animal.
Good analysis.
Watch me in Learning the Ropes.
Saturday at 6:30 p.m. on KTVD TV.
It's midnight and my boyfriend is still out. How can I tell if he's cheating on me?
My friend Cheryl found out right away that her husband was cheating on her by calling Affairs Uncovered. Her husband propositioned an undercover decoy from Affairs Uncovered. You should have seen the look on his face when she played back the whole thing on tape. He'll never cheat on her again.
Call Affairs Uncovered for a free private consultation. Dial 424-0717 or 1-800-320-1626.
Will you open this?
Hey, Dad, is this how you sulfur pie?
Man, I know you said rock and roll, but I really wanted to direct.
I was hoping you could talk to the president about the price of oil.
It's good to be me.
Good things happen at Carefree Spas. Like right now during Wet Test Week, you'll get incredible savings on the best-built spas.
Savings, selection, and service. Carefree Spas, where good things happen in Denver and Colorado Springs.
Academy Award-winning actress Shirley Jones.
Want to know why my hair looks this beautiful every time I perform? The secret is wigs. In show business, we've worn them for years. And now there's Celebrity Secrets, an exciting new collection of wigs available through this catalog from Paula Young. Even if your hair is thin or hard to manage, you'll instantly look younger and more beautiful. And with the Paula Young catalog, you have the convenience and privacy of shopping at home.
For your free Paula Young catalog, call now. Inside is everything you need to find your favorite styles and colors, all 100% guaranteed.
Best of all, Celebrity Secrets wigs are so natural looking, no one will know but you.
To get your free catalog, call 1-800-682-2211. That's 1-800-682-2211. Celebrity Secrets wigs are only available from Paula Young. So call 1-800-682-2211.
To see that he doesn't get into trouble. There's the Ike out at sea. Marlowe's been on the ship for a week now, doing a great job. There's lots to do. There's not just airplanes on an aircraft carrier. There's a bakery, and a barber, and a butcher shop, and a television station, even an ice cream parlor. And at this moment, a fella steering the ship named, you guessed it, S. Marlowe. Careful, Marlowe. It took 7 years to build the Ike. I'd hate to think what you could do in a day.
Lieutenant, I think I'm having too much fun here. I better give you your ship back.
All right. Helmsman, lead the helm. What a ship. That's more than 1,000 feet long. That's longer than 3 football fields laid end to end. And the Ike can produce enough nuclear power to stay at sea for 13 years if it had to. Wonder where Marlowe's off to now.
Well, Machine, I think I'm going to step out for a little sea air.
Have fun, Marlowe.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Marlowe. I'm Lieutenant Arenello.
Hi, Lieutenant. Lieutenant, what's going on here?
Oh, that's the Navy ship Canisteo. We're going to be resupplied today.
You mean, wait a minute. Now, wait, I thought this was a nuclear ship and you could stay out for about 13 or 15 years. What do you need supplies for?
Yes, we can't stay out for 13 years, but we need resupplies for food and for fuel for our aircraft.
Oh, I see. Lieutenant, how do we get the supplies from that ship to this ship?
Well, Marlowe, first, we have to get into position, which is kind of difficult because our ship is so much larger than the Canisteo.
Yeah, so we got to be careful.
Yes, we have to be very careful. Once we're in position, then we'll shoot a shot line over with a special gun. Once the line gets over to the Canisteo, we'll start pulling the supplies over to the Eisenhower, and that's how we'll get all the supplies on our ship.
Could I see that?
Sure, why don't we go down to the hangar bay?
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Marlowe's going down to help bring the supplies onto the Ike from the little ship alongside. And he need to get a good meal. I know you, Marlowe. Why don't you come over here and take a line?
Oh, you need some help, huh?
Sure, come on. Whoa, that's a change. Usually I'm the one who does all the work on this show. There's some supplies. Looks heavy. Big box. Good to see you working, Marlowe. Faster. Come on now. Faster. The last time Marlowe worked so hard is, wait a minute. I don't think Marlowe ever worked so hard. You're doing fine, Marlowe, though. That's it. When you're on a ship, the hard work and the sea air really make you hungry. It is really very good, but everyone kids about it.
Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the crew's mess?
Down on the second deck, sir.
Second deck? That's 12 decks down.
12 decks down. Wow. I told you it's a big ship. And you know, they have big appetites. They bake 300 loaves of bread a day in the Ike's Bakery. 300 loaves. That would make a nice-sized sandwich. Something a 12-ton machine could really enjoy. Then, if you'd like to take a nap, there are 6,410 berths and bunks to lie down on. You know how many lighting fixtures there are on the Ike? 29,814. I counted them. Marlowe's counting on some lunch right about now. Potatoes, string beans, and spare ribs today.
The guy's got slippery potatoes.
They roar down onto the flight deck, and they hook onto the big cables that stop them, and they're safely home. Marlowe's right out there on the flight deck. Let's join him. Hey, Marlowe, looks exciting. How about telling us which planes are coming in?
Okay, Machine, let's see. That's the A7E Corsair landing now. Here's another Corsair. Boy, nice plane. And watch this. That's the F-4J Phantom jet. It's coming in right now. I like this one. The A6 Intruder. Look, it's got a funny nose. And here's another Intruder. Okay, Machine, now let's look in on the control tower where instructions are sent to the crew on deck and to the guys up in the air. Up we go!
One of them's a turnaround tanker and the other's just a regular A6 turnaround.
1 Teton. Will 523 land first.
Pilots primary 523, Nordo aircraft will be the first to make his approach.
I staggered forward to him, but he'll be staggered off the port side.
Pilots primary.
But you're assuming that you do get from...
Hey, here's my Super Frisbee, the radar plane. Gee, didn't land. I guess the wind wasn't right. Hey, there goes another plane back up. Wow, it's not an easy job. They're parking the planes now. Hey, and there's my Super Frisbee. Great plane. Watch carefully how the cable grabs hold of the plane. See how quickly they come to a stop?
Plane coming in there is piloted by my good friend, Lieutenant Dave Walsh. Hi, Dave. He's got a great nickname, Pluto. Most of the pilots have nicknames, funny names. There's Dave with Marlowe. They're going to head for the ready room now, where each flight begins.
Could you tell me a little bit about all this stuff that you're wearing?
Sure, Marlo. This down below is the anti-gravitational suit. When you're pulling G-forces in the airplane, all your blood rushes down your body into your legs. It makes you black out. And these inflate, holding the blood up into your heart. With survival gear, you have a radio here in case you have to go down.
If somebody wanted to be a pilot, how do you go about being trained to be a pilot? How long does it take?
Well, it takes about 2 years of training. The Navy does all the training. And you go to ground schools course first for about 3 months. You learn all the aerodynamics about the airplanes, and then you start flying. And it's about a two-year course, the whole thing.
And you love it, don't you?
Love it. Yes.
I hear that your nickname is Pluto.
That's right.
How come?
Well, everybody takes a call sign, and this one was kind of handed to me several years ago, and it just stuck. Use that in the air when you fly instead of your names.
And everybody has nicknames, I guess, in the squad?
Not everybody does, yeah.
Thanks a lot. Sure, really appreciate it.
Come on back and see us anytime.
I will. So long, guys.
How about that? A chair with my name on it. Marlowe.
Marlowe, report to the flight deck for departure.
I guess I gotta go now, Machine. But I sure had a great time.
I'm glad you're coming home, Marlowe. Here comes Marlowe and Captain Ramsey. What a wonderful host the captain was to all of us. But that's been a Navy tradition since we built our first few sailing ships back when the USA was born. When John Paul Jones said, "I have not yet begun to fight." Marlowe, coming home. I sure hope he brings some souvenirs.
This is a tornado warning. A tornado warning. This is a tornado warning. A tornado has been sighted 5 miles southwest of Sioux Falls. Take cover immediately.
something is going on as we speak at the South Dakota State Penitentiary.
Wednesday night, a disturbance breaks out at the state penitentiary, and Kellerland News is first on the scene.
They say the yard is a real mess, broken glass, bonfires everywhere.
Only Kellerland News kept you informed throughout the night, and when the prisoners voiced their demands, Kellerland News brought you the exclusive pictures.
We're hoping that this will end it right here.
For the complete story you'll see nowhere else, count on Kellerland News.
We're here in San Francisco to ask the experts why everyone loves the Hardee's Briscoe Burger so much.
Sourdough bread.
Well, what could be more irresistible than Hardee's thick quarter-pound burger?
Sourdough bread.
How about the crispy bacon, sliced tomato, and melted Swiss?
A unique taste. A perfect match for grilled sourdough.
Say, aren't you guys just a little biased?
Nope.
Hardee's Briscoe Burger. What sourdough's been waiting for? And in the morning, enjoy a Hardee's Briscoe breakfast sandwich.
Are you ready for some real food? Hardee's. Spencer Furniture's truckload bedding sale is on. Spencer's warehouses are packed with truckloads of mattress bargains. Shop Spencer's now. Purchase twin-size mattresses at just $68 each piece. Just $68. Fuller double-size mattresses are just $98 each piece. Just $98. Spencer's has queen-size mattresses at just $128 each piece. Buying a mattress isn't easy, but you know you can trust Spencer's reputation for quality. And this sale offers incredible savings. Shop the truckload mattress sale at Spencer Furniture, corner of 12th and 1st, downtown Sioux Falls.
It's the 5-minute guarantee at Lewis. If you wait in line for more than 5 minutes at one of our front checkouts, we'll give you 5 Lewis bucks. Guaranteed.
5 minutes, $5, guaranteed.
Wake up to Bear's 14-hour sale this Saturday and Sunday. Bear's is cleaning house for spring with fantastic values in every department. Get half off a 5-piece Century bedroom set. Save over $1,000 on a Century sofa. Get 50% off a 3-piece sectional. A special buy on leather now half off or more. All Karistan Oriental rugs 40% off. Many one-of-a-kind items and closeouts drastically reduced. It sounds crazy, but it's happening this weekend. The 14-hour sale at Bear's House of Quality in Sioux Falls, Fargo, Rapid City, and Billings.
Good evening, I'm Dave Hahn. This is Kellerland News Break. From high winds to high water, we're awash in storm damage tonight. In southwest Minnesota, firefighters had to use bulldozers to rescue some people from the floodwaters. Near Bridgewater, it was a tornado that tore into this family farm, but it wasn't the first. We'll explain during 10 at 10. Now this.
Okay. Hopefully, in another 20 seconds from my turning this on, everybody else will see what's going on here. But yes, welcome to the Archiveland Public Domain Theater. And let me go off on a bit of a tangent already. So tonight's movie is Steamboat Bill Jr., starring Buster Keaton. But I figured since Steamboat Willie fell into the public domain at the beginning of the year, everybody else would be going on that one. So I figured I would do the thing that inspired, supposedly, Steamboat Willie, Steamboat Bill Jr., released 5 or 6 months earlier. Although Steamboat Bill Jr. fell into the public domain in the 50s because the copyright wasn't renewed, but then Raymond Rohauer got his hands on it, and if you don't know who that is, watch the archive episode on him. But yes, you might have noticed a dual theme with the pre-show stuff tonight, because that's what Steamboat Bill Jr. is kind of about here. So on the one hand, it is about being on the water, and at other times it's about the weather and getting a bunch of water dumped on you, and indeed a cyclone happening. So yeah, that's where I was coming from with this one. So anyway, I'm wearing a hat tonight, a beret, of course, because that's what Buster introduced himself with in this movie. He'd abandoned the little pork pie hat, the cut-off Stetsons that he would wear, real good Stetson cowboy hats that he would cut down and stiffen with sugar water, I think, and make the funny little hat that he wore. But this time he's trying to play at least trying to be an intelligent college student. And of course, like most college students, they just think they're smarter than they really are. And I can say that I went 20 years ago now. I started just about 20 years ago now, yeah. So unfortunately, Buster is also sporting for the first few minutes of his screen time a cheesy mustache, and yeah, I didn't have time for that. So I got my one-day Don Johnson Miami Vice scruff going on. So I can't even be consistent. So anyway, yes, tonight we are running Steamboat Bill Jr. from this particular tape from Video Images, also known as Video Yesteryear, also known as Real Images, and I believe Radio Images, and that doesn't even make sense. They had a line of old-time radio shows. Now, tonight I am going to be cheating a bit because I am not actually going to run straight from this tape, because I don't remember if I discussed this or not. I don't think I did. But in last year's Silent Movie Day episode, I discussed Video Yesteryear a little bit, in that one of the noteworthy things about them was for silent films, probably around 60% of the time you would get a new score with it, usually performed by Rosa Rio, who was one of the last silent movie organ players in the big movie houses. She moved on to radio. If you've listened to like NBC recordings from the 50s and 60s, Bob and Ray, it's usually her playing. So ultimately she went back to scoring silent movies on the fly. I don't think she ever wrote a score. She had kind of her little arsenal of old tunes and just little improv bits that she could do. But yeah, that became her life all over again. She came full circle, and she actually spent far longer doing these improv scores than she did actually in the silent era. And so long, to put this in perspective, Rosa Rio only died in 2010. She was 107 years old, I believe. 107, or maybe even had just turned 108, if you can wrap your head around that. Now, as far as her scores, they're hit and miss, and it's going to be kind of mangled tonight, because I went off on a tangent there. But Video Yesteryear, when they would do silent stuff with, just silent stuff in general, they had this horrible thing called AccuSpeed that they would do, which was their cute way of saying it's going to run at 18 frames per second no matter what. Now, yes, 18 frames per second is considered effectively correct for silent film, especially later on with home movies, 8mm Super 8. But as far as, actual major movies you'd go to the theater and see, 18 frames a second stopped being a thing probably around 1921 or 22. And by the end of the silent era, things were usually up to 24 frames a second. So what became sound speed? Well, what happened in the process with this sucker is, in slowing it down to 18 frames a second, this pretty briskly paced, usually 70 to 75 minute movie gets dragged out to an ungodly 105 minutes. So I had to do a pre-transfer of this and then speed it up on the computer, and I had two options with the soundtrack. Either let it be pitched up, so I sped this up by a third, but I could either pitch up the sound or do the kind of YouTube style thing when you hit the 1.25, 1.5 speed thing on YouTube. The YouTube style sounded a lot more natural. Unfortunately, this is still going to sound like video game music at times, and this might be one you might want to just grab a Pink Floyd record. But yeah, it was kind of the best I could do here. It's the only public domain copy, true public domain copy of this that I've seen that has an original score and not just a needle drop or no soundtrack at all. So yes, tonight's movie, Steamboat Bill Jr., and let's talk about the movie a bit. So this had been sitting around for probably about 8 months by the time it finally came out. And there was a lot of turmoil going on for Buster, both personally and professionally. Now, I think a lot of people forget, with the big three silent film comedians, Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, and Harold Lloyd, that Keaton was actually commercially a very, very, very distant third to the other two. He was really the cult comic of his day. And not all of his movies even turned a profit. In fact, his most famous movie, The General, which I hope to run sometime, that actually lost money when it came out. Now, Steamboat Bill Jr. did make some money. It grossed around $68,000. So adjust that for inflation, which it might seem like a decent chunk of change, but the norm for production for a Buster Keaton movie back then, for certainly one of his bigger ones, was usually between $400,000 and $600,000. And I think this one was around $400,000. So, yeah, it was considered a relative bomb, but it also ticked off Buster's producer enough, because Buster was pseudo-independent at the time. His main money guy, his main producer, was just done with him at this point. And this wound up being the last film that Buster made with any real great level of independence. He would go over to MGM after this, and he would get 2 more silents out the door, and one very good one, The Cameraman, actually one of my favorite Keaton films. But things would drop off. And stupidly enough, Buster's actual biggest hits came in the 30s when he was doing talkies, and the quality of his films dropped drastically. And yeah, the ones that he did where he was stuck alongside Jimmy Durante, and I have nothing against Jimmy Durante, but they weren't a very good mix. But those were actually Keaton's biggest hits, believe it or not. But yes, in the long run, his classic silents became considered the classics. Now, as for the movie itself, we're looking at Buster playing, as I mentioned earlier, a college student who thinks he's really smarter than he is. He has come home to his father that he's never really known, who happens to be a riverboat captain, and there is a certain coming of age to it, a certain character development that happens here. But really, when you look at this, if you've ever read a biography of Keaton and just know what was going on in his life, I think I can safely say this movie is really more him working out his marital troubles and his professional woes. Indeed, he was starting to drink quite a bit around this time, and he was in a pretty dark place, and it got steadily darker over the next several years. So the famous bit of this movie is where the entire front of a house just falls down, and it just misses Keaton only by virtue of standing where an open window was. Now that was 100% real. That was a full, heavy front of a house, a full, heavy facade. And he had, according to legend, about 3 inches of clearance on each side of him. So even if he was a little off, he at the very least risked some pretty serious injury. But it made for a great movie, if nothing else. And this may very well be the best movie I might ever run on this show. Maybe I'll run the General sometime, and I actually like that one slightly better. But yeah, it's going to be actually a good one. We tend to do a little more schlock, a little more late period stuff from old actors and stuff. But yeah, let's take a look at someone who was still in his prime here. Buster Keaton, 1928, Steamboat Bill Jr.
Does your hot dog have great meat taste?
This hot dog is too spicy.
Too smoky.
Mine tastes too mushy.
Try Cons. Cons has a great meat taste you're gonna love. Well?
Great.
Cons uses top quality meats, no fillers, no harsh flavorings, for that great meat taste you deserve. Well?
Cons taste great.
Try the great meat taste of Cons.
You're gonna love it.
Starving Artist Group Emergency Liquidation Art Sale for one day only. Save up to 50%. Huge sofa-size original oil paintings from $19. Smaller paintings from $3. Thousands of beautiful original oil paintings by professional artists. Absolutely no painting over $39. Starving Artist quality at rock-bottom Starving Artist prices.
Starving Artist Group Art Sale this Sunday only. Columbus, Marriott East, Holiday Inn North, and the Sheraton in Newark, noon to 5 p.m.
Well, excuse me. I hope you enjoyed that, because that's one of the rare occasions where you're going to get an objectively good movie on the Archiveland public domain theater. So anyway, I guess it's kind of poetic that I ran this one, because I've mentioned this on Archive before. We have kind of two mini severe weather seasons around here, mid to late April and kind of mid-September. And we've been kind of going through that lately. We had a pretty decent week this week, but we are supposed to start getting some nasty weather again tomorrow. So I guess it's appropriate that I did, Keaton dealing with the cyclone and the tornado warning and stuff before the movie and all that. So, it took me a minute to realize that. So anyway, that is going to be it, I guess, for this installment of the Archiveland Public Domain Theater. I still intend to try and do this like once a month. We call it every 4 weeks. That seems to be the current cycle for Archive. So next week will be a full-blown standard oddity Archive episode, and it's going to be, if you saw the one on Peter Lemongello a couple years ago, that one was actually supposed to be a split episode on Peter Lemongello and Boxcar Willie. So I'm going to rectify the situation next week. We're going to finally get our half an episode on Boxcar Willie, but it'll be the second half of the episode. The first half will be on the guy that kind of unintentionally set the stage for Boxcar Willie with the kind of infamous TV ads. A lot of Willies tonight and Bills and stuff, and that came out wrong. But we're going to look at two of the TV record offer greats next week. So that's what you got to look forward to. Now, anyway, I want this show of mine to kind of look like a late-night UHF sort of thing, and the last thing before sign-off. And indeed, I have cobbled together out of existing pieces at least a working sign-off for now. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off KLAK for the night and kill the transmitter and all that, and I'll talk to you again soon. This is incredibly low-powered, strictly analog television station KLAK, Channel 31, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. KLAK offices are located at, well, that's none of your damn business now, is it? KLAK operates on a necessary frequency of 572 to 578 megahertz with transmitters located out the back of a JVC SVHS VCR at a strength of about 3/20ths of a watt. This ends another night of broadcasting. KLAK proudly displays this seal stating that we adhere to the television code, adapted by finer television stations throughout the country. Join us again tomorrow night when we resume our regular schedule. And now, our national anthem. Good night.